that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Beathard. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Here's Beathard to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They try again with Cook. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. For the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. And now running right through it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Watch him now, Barney.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now out comes Minnesota. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Beathard finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw is Beathard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That one goes for 24 yards. Throw now on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Ginn. A second time. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. To throw is Beathard. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
On 2nd down, Cook. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 2nd down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green, 19. Let's go. Blue,
They'll throw here. Beathard. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Blue 90!
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw Beathard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Fresh set of downs here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Beathard to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Ginn. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Linval Joseph in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a 2nd field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So that gets you a bit closer, but clearly field goals are not going to be enough to win you the game, at least not this deep into it.
Agreed. If this were the 2nd quarter, okay, but you're in the 4th now. You're still 2 scores down. I don't know that getting 3 points there is going to help you much at all.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Beathard. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Beathard to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Garrett Swanson now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And just shutting him off there. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Green 39.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.